This is part 2 of our series in instant cash infusion. That's our main theme that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks is instant cash infusion. And I want to tell you today about a specific strategy that we've been using for years now, 6 years actually, and closed hundreds and hundreds of deals using this strategy. And it's a way that you can make money with real estate very quickly, working alongside someone like me. Here's what I mean. There's investors out there in the marketplace right now who are new, and there's investors out there in the marketplace who are established and seasoned. The investors out there that are established and seasoned are always looking for more leads. They have the infrastructure, they have the capacity, they're scalable, they have a team, they have a staff, and all they really need is more leads to fuel the fire, to fuel their business, to make more money. Now, if you're one of those investors who's seasoned, who's looking for ways to generate more leads, this is going to make a lot of sense for you because it's a new lead generation strategy that you can use. If you're a new investor and you've only done a couple deals and you're looking to make money quickly and infuse your pockets with cash in the next 16 to 60 days, this is also for you. So what I'm really talking about is taking a full-time short sale investor and what they're primarily looking for is leads. This is me. This is where I've been since 2004. Now, where a lot of new folks are, they're new real estate investors. And they're just looking to get off the ground, and make money. So, part 2 of Instant Cash Infusion, part 2 of this training series that I've been doing for the past week or so, is what we call short sale option assignments. Now, what you may be telling yourself right now is, Josh, I've been following you for a long time. You've taught a great amount of material about short sale investing and foreclosure information. I know that you cannot assign a short sale. Well, that's true if you've already presented the offer to the bank. If you haven't presented the offer to the bank yet, and you have a property under contract, and you want to wholesale it to somebody else, if you want to do an assignment of that contract to somebody else, you can do that, and then they could submit the short sale package, the short sale offer to the bank, and they could try to make the big profits. Okay? So let's talk for a second about the short sale process, about how long it takes to do short sales and some of the things involved in buying and selling short sales. Well, way over here is lead generation. Okay? Then we have the short sale package. Then we have the bank. We have the BPO. We have negotiations. You have to sell the house, and you have to close. And what most of us have been doing for a long time, and what we've been teaching, and what I've made millions of dollars doing, is the A to B, B to C closing. Now, I'm fortunate because one of my good buddies is Jeff Watson, America's top short sale lawyer. And he and I have been perfecting this A to B, B to C closing for 6 or 7 years now. Jeff is also the creator of the option contract for short sales. Now, where does this all come in for you? The first question you need to ask yourself in this video is, Am I the full-time short sale investor looking for more leads, or am I the new real estate investor looking to get off the ground and make money? Okay? Because in order to do short sale option assignments, you're going to need both. One of each. Now, these are really simple to do. These are so simple to do. We've been doing them probably, I would guess, about 150 of these over the past 6 years. Easily 25 to 30 of these a year. What we did when we first started getting involved in short sales and started building our teams, we started an apprentice program. And this may sound familiar if you've heard my story. I started an apprentice program. And that apprentice program was 10 guys who we mentored, who we taught the business to. Now, I'll be honest, I was teaching them as fast as I was learning it. I was learning it and teaching it to them. I was learning it and teaching it to them. And what I taught them to do was go out, meet with homeowners, door knock, cold call, drive for dollars, get referrals, get deals under contract. And if they got a deal under contract, they would bring it to me. And guess what I would do? I would pay them about $1,500 per deal plus 15% of the back-end profit. $1,500 per deal plus 15% of the back-end profit. Now, let me ask you, if you're a new or you're a full-time short sale investor, you could probably always use more leads, right? Sure you could. And if you're a new real estate investor and you want to just get off the ground and make money, you don't want to do the short sale package, negotiate with the bank, the BPO, negotiate some more, sell the house, close the deal, A to B, B to C contract, closing. The reason why is this process could take anywhere between 4 months to 1 year. On average, right now, we're finding it's taking about 7 months. So, there's some people who've built entire businesses, entire business models, including my business and my top coaching students, have built this model. And they're full-time, active, short sale investors. And I have students that have, 300 to 400 short sales in their pipeline. I have coaching students who have 20 short sales in their pipeline, but they're full-time investors. That's all they do. Now, looking back, one of the smartest things I ever did was start an apprentice program. And the reason why was because these investors all got to get into the business. They didn't have to have any cash. They didn't have to have any credit. They didn't have to have any experience. They all had full-time jobs doing other things. And I worked with them and just kind of taught them the business. In the evenings, actually on Thursday nights, they would come to the office, we'd order pizza, and from 6 to 8 p.m. we would train them. We would train them on the paperwork, marketing, negotiating with banks, BPOs, etc., etc., etc. And out of these 10 guys, 5 of them are full-time. Right now, full-time real estate investors, and most of them still work with me or do deals with me. About half of them, they didn't make it. They stayed full-time in their other jobs or whatever. But 50% of the people who did this, 50% of them went from here to here. 50% started as brand new real estate investors, just getting off the ground, looking to make a little bit of money, to the point now where they're full-time real estate investors, full-time short sale investors. And it's as simple as this. A short sale option assignment is the simple process of generating leads, meeting with sellers, talking to the seller, convincing them that a short sale is their best option, getting an option contract signed, collecting the short sale package, and then picking up the phone and calling the other short sale investors in your area and telling them, I have a beautiful, beautiful short sale deal for you. It's in such and such an area, such and such a zip code. The homeowner owes $250,000. The house is only worth $200,000. They're over leveraged by $50,000. They're 4 months in default. Perfect short sale candidate. And the homeowner's excited to do a short sale because they really have no other options. So, generating these leads, getting the short sale package signed, and then, so all you're going to end up doing is this, and then bringing one of these guys in, full-time short sale investor. Now, I don't care where you live. You could live in Timbuktu, in the middle of Montana, in the barren forest. I mean, literally, there is going to be another short sale investor in that area. No matter where you live, there's guaranteed to be tons of short sale investors all around you. There's also going to be other types of real estate professionals who are also looking for short sale type of leads, like loan modification companies, mortgage brokers, attorneys, realtors. They're all looking for people who are motivated sellers. And they're all going to be able to compensate you in various different ways. So when you do a short sale assignment, there's not always, you don't have to always assign the property to another investor. Okay, so let's talk real quick about exit strategies. Okay, so let's assume that you can find a house in foreclosure. That's not hard to do, right? It's public information. There's notice of default lists and trustee sale lists and foreclosure auction lists. So there's all kinds of lists of people in foreclosure. And let's say you can meet somebody and you can sign them up, convince them to do a short sale, convince them to sell their home instead of going into foreclosure. Pretty simple to do, right? This is so easy to do in today's market because you could walk outside of your house and trip over a house in foreclosure. You could trip over a short sale opportunity. Where a lot of people, I think, make the mistake, especially if they're new, is they convince themselves that they must negotiate the short sale all the way through. They must negotiate with the bank, do the BPO, sell the home, try to do a back-to-back closing, and make the profit in the middle. And as I said before, this is a 4-month to 1-year process. What I'm so proud of is the fact that these 5 guys, these 5 guys that are now full-time, they all started with me doing option assignments. All started getting houses, doing lead generation, getting houses under contract, and then just giving them to me. And I could work on the deal because I had the money, I was scalable, I had the staff, I had the team, and I could work on creating this back-end profit. I was willing to wait and sacrifice the money in the middle, the beginning, okay? The beginning, this $1,500, give them the $1,500 in order for me to have the potential to make $12,000 to $30,000 over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? But these guys needed money. They all had full-time jobs. They were all part-time investors. They were all new. So for them to do 2 deals a month, was $3,000 a month profit right into their pocket. $36,000 a year. Okay? Now, one of these guys was a full-time roofer. He probably made about that as a roofer. Another guy was in sales. Another guy was a Homevestors franchisee. Another guy was a commercial real estate investor who had just had a couple commercial properties. One of them was my brother, who was a teacher. Okay, so for them to make $3,000 a month was more than enough money to really pay their bills, and was about equal to what they were going to make in a full-time job. And they were able to do this 2 hours a week. 2 hours a week. So what did I provide them? I provided them with the notice of default list, with some marketing training, and I showed them what to collect in a short sale package and how to overcome some very basic objections. So their whole goal was get the contract signed, get the short sale package, collect it, bring it to me. Now, how does this all relate back to you? Here's very simple. This is so simple and so easy, and it's such a great way for you to make money. It's such a great way for you to infuse your business with quick cash. Is that you could be your own apprentice program. You could lock yourself into a bunch of full-time short sale investors in your area, or you can also lock yourself into loan mod companies, realtors, mortgage brokers, and attorneys who can all, including the full-time short sale investor, can all find ways to compensate you for bringing them qualified homeowners who are in default. They're all going to pay you between a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 for that lead. What I used to pay my guys was $1,500 up front plus 15% of every deal. Now, just this past year, I have a couple new guys, real basic guys. And one of the guys is my handyman. His name is Wade Cook. Wade has done a handful of deals with us this year, let's say 8 deals or so. And on average, he's made about $2,000 per deal. So he's made about $15,000 to $16,000 being a short sale option assigner, assigning properties over to me. I have another guy named Brian who does this part-time. We have had other people come into our business. Our former handyman, his name was Joe. He did this on the side. And all these guys did this just a little bit on the side to make some side money. Now, again, if they were able to make $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year, if you were able to make $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year part-time in your spare time, working 1 or 2 hours a week, would that make a huge difference in your life? Imagine your bank account right now with an extra $15,000 sitting in it. Would you be excited? Would you be happy? Would you be enthused about real estate? Would you be enthused about your life having an extra $15,000 parked right over there in your bank account? Okay. Now, what's great is the leads for short sales are super easy to get because they're all on the public list. What's also great is the short sale investors in your town are super easy to meet because you can go to the RIA clubs, you can go to the foreclosure auctions, you can talk to the local realtors, you can see the signs that are out in the yards, in the streets, online, in Craigslist, and other places where short sale investors are advertising to either buy or sell their houses. I mean, you can just go into Google and Google real estate investors and then fill in the blank with your town. There's so many different ways to find these full-time real estate investors. These short sale investors, just pick up the phone and call them and say, look, I have short sales that I've been working on. I'm not interested in negotiating them over the next 4 to 6 to 8 months. All I want to do is get them under contract and assign them to you for a fee. Would you be interested if I could generate leads for you? Oh my God, there's not a single short sale investor that would say no to that. Not a single short sale investor that would say no to that. So in this simple training in instant cash infusion, this is part 2. Short sale option assignments. Now, there's some other training. There's another training video and some other things I'm giving you when you go through part 2 of the training. Okay, you're going to see some of the stuff that we give to homeowners. Now, our #1 most favorite way of generating leads right now is through what we call the pizza delivery marketing strategy. Okay, it's so simple. The strategy is in the other video. Go watch that video now, and we'll show you how we generate leads super easy, get these properties under contract, the short sale package, and I'm going to teach you exactly what I teach my bird dogs and my wholesalers who wholesale properties to me. I teach them to go out and find these properties for me. I'm going to teach you the same strategies that I teach them, that they're able to infuse their bank accounts with little chunks of money. $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $500, plus the back end, plus the 15% of the profits when we close a deal and we give them a big check. Could be 6 months from now, but it's 15% of the profit. If we close a $30,000 deal, it's $4,500 that goes into their bank account that they were not expecting. Now, how excited do you think they are to get that extra $4,500? All right, so here's what I want you to do. Go into the other video training for part 2 of Instant Cash Infusion. I look forward to seeing you in that video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Do me a favor, go to topcashflowinvestor.com/blog. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about this video and the training and what's holding you back from being a successful investor using short sale option assignments. Thanks a lot.